This is the National Radio Local News in English, broadcasting every weekday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the frequencies of AM radio 918 kHz and FM Wat Phnom Radio 105.70 MHz in Phnom Penh, capital city of the Kingdom of Cambodia. First, here are the new headlines.
Council for the Development of Cambodia chairs a consultative meeting on the draft law on new investment of Cambodia. 20,000 jobs opportunities for Cambodian migrant workers from Thailand. And Australia increased mine action funding in Cambodia.
His Excellency Sokchanda Saopir, Delegate Minister attached to the Prime Minister and Secretary General of the Council for the Development of Cambodia, chaired a consultation meeting on the draft law on new investment of Cambodia. This consultation meeting was held last Wednesday with the participation of the Working Group for the Preparation of Investment Law of the Ministry of Economy and Finance, led by Dr. Hien Sahib, Secretary of State of the Ministry of Economy and Finance, and representatives of the ministry institutions and other stakeholders. This new draft law on investment was prepared in accordance with the indications of the Cambodian Industrial Development Policy Document 2015 to 2025 and the introductory speech of Samdech Akek Mohasena Padaidecho Hun Sen, Prime Minister of Cambodia, at the 18th Royal Government Private Sector Forum held on March 29, 2019, in order to make the Cambodian investment law more attractive and competitive for socio-economic development in Cambodia. This draft law was discussed by the Working Group on Legislation, Taxation and Development, Group D of the Royal Government Private Sector Forum by the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Economy and Finance, and co-chair of Group D with a private sector representative to get access eventually. The law on investment of Cambodia was first adopted in 1994 and amended in 2003.
The Royal Government of Cambodia is ready to offer via National Employment Agency (NEA) more than 20,000 jobs for Cambodian workers returning from Thailand. The information was shared recently by His Excellency Hai Hon Leng, Director of NEA, adding that the job opportunities are in fields of industry and manufacturing, services, construction, and agriculture. NEA has formed a working group to gather information, provide support, and assist the workers in applying for jobs after they completed successfully their 14-day quarantine, underlined His Excellency Hai Hon Leng. The working group will also work closely with local authorities and disseminate labor services and labor market information among the migrant workers in quarantine centers, he continued. Thousands of Cambodian migrant workers have returned home amid the community outbreak of COVID-19 in Thailand. As of this morning, 27 of the total 392 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Cambodia are migrant workers returning from Thailand, reported by AKP.
At the board meeting of the Demining Project, the Vice Ambassador of the Australian Embassy to Cambodia, Mr. David Bloch, is pleased to announce the Australian government's contribution to the provision of an additional $1 million in 2021 to further assist Cambodia's demining efforts. According to the Facebook page of the Australian Embassy in Cambodia, the fund will increase landmine clearance and save the lives of Cambodians and free up land for production to help revive the Cambodian economy affected by COVID-19 disease. We held partners including the UNDP, COICA Cambodia Office, Mine Action Authority, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of the New Zealand for their continued progress to make Cambodia a landmine-free country. Since 1994, Australia has provided more than 100 million Australian dollars to demining activities in the kingdom.
This is the National Radio Local News in English, broadcasting every weekday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the frequency of AM Radio 918 kHz and FM Wat Phnom Radio 105.70 MHz in Phnom Penh, capital city of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Our English transmission now comes to a close, and please stay tuned our French transmission in the next program. And thank you for your listening, and goodbye.